190 pounds, can move quickly, never gets tired, takes a hit, and always bounces right back up. Hint, it's not Tom Brady.
They've got some weight to them. If they hit you really hard, you're going to know it.
Meet the Mobile Virtual Player, or MVP for short, the robot tackling dummy developed at Dartmouth College that is changing the way players are practicing.
Buddy Tevens, the head football coach at Dartmouth, sort of had an idea that he wanted something that would be sort of a freestanding, mobile tackling dummy.
Quinn Connell, now the director of engineering for MVP, was a student at the Thayer School of Engineering, as well as a rugby player when he got the prompt.
It had cool challenges from the engineering standpoint. As a player, I understood the risks that you're undertaking every time you go into contact, and so being able to develop a solution that would allow effective training but in a safer environment was also really appealing to me as an athlete.
No longer under the Dartmouth umbrella, now an independent company run by all Dartmouth grads right down the street in Lebanon, MVP still considers the Big Green football team its guinea pig.
This started out on the field at Dartmouth, and the Dartmouth players and coaches were the ones that started with the very first prototypes that needed to be fixed more frequently than not.
The team feels there is always room for improvement. Quinn likes to spend his time in the workshop, a few fenced-off parking spots in the garage of their office building.
It's taken a lot of iteration and a lot of different versions to get to where it's at now, but the fact that it doesn't break is pretty impressive to me.
Ryan McManus was among the first to take the field with the virtual player. Now he works for the company.
Back in 2010, before I was here, Coach Tevens instituted the no tackling policy. So my entire career never was tackled. I played receiver, so I was a fan of that.
He remembers that first time he saw the MVP buzzing around the field. It was met with disbelief, but soon players began to warm up to their new teammate.
The first day it came out, it was, when everybody was filming it, it was a tackling dummy, and then day two it was a blocking dummy and a tackling dummy, and then it was a defensive rusher.
John Currier, the CEO of the company, says the MVP was drafted at the right time.
I think the product itself is very well done. The group did a great job on iterating and finding mistakes and finding weaknesses and going back and doing it over again, and they worked really hard on that. And I also think as a product, it comes into the market at a time when people are very concerned about injury in sports, especially in football.
The proof is in the pudding. The company has done a limited edition rollout and is already on the field with 8 NFL teams, 3 NCAA teams, and some blue-chip high school teams.
I'd like to see it expand across sports, across different levels, and really become a tool that's relied on at all levels to increase performance while diminishing the contact that players are exposed to.
Another bright idea that has players and coaches seeing clearly is a business right down the street in Hanover. Graham Clark is the co-founder and CEO of Insight Replay. His partner, Peter Foley, is the head coach for the U.S. snowboard team. Peter spends many hours slopeside and saw a need for instant data.
The original concept was to provide immediate video feedback for athletes and coaches, right? So athlete gets to see what they just did. You can make adjustments in the moment while they still remember what it felt like.
The value of that immediate feedback is actually backed up by science.
So the sports science behind it is this concept of immediate video feedback. As an athlete, you have about a 10-minute window where you remember what it felt like, what you just did, and if you can provide the video feedback within that time frame, then it allows the athlete to make a lot more progress.
The idea has since snowballed, if you will, and Insight Replay is now on the sideline of different sports around the world.
What we found is working with athletes at all levels is that they really like it, and it takes out a lot of the ambiguity. So it changes the way that the coaches and the athletes communicate with each other.
We used it last year as a defender. When other teams would score on us, our coaches would pull out the iPad and show us how the team had scored on us, so we would make sure that that wouldn't happen again. We wouldn't make the same mistakes.
Okay, so how exactly does it work? Well, let's unpack the backpack.
The way this works is that we set up a private Wi-Fi network on the venue. And so this Wi-Fi network is just intended for capturing the video from the camera and then sending that video back out to connected devices.
There is a little more to it than that, but for those who don't want to get bogged down in the technical how-tos, Graham sums it up pretty well.
So the idea is to take the video, organize it in real time, and present it in a way that's easy for the coaches or the end users to use.
And it all fits in a backpack. From the slopes of Sochi to lacrosse and football fields across the country, the instant feedback of Insight Replay seems to be a winning combination.
The most rewarding thing for me is seeing the kids and the coaches use it, right? So when you see an athlete see what they just did and they get that aha moment and you hear back from them how that helps them, that's very rewarding.